Welcome everyone to your favorite FFBE podcast with only two hosts, where one of them is in New Zealand and the other one is in Sweden. Hey Dream.
Hello.
So we're both incredibly excited about this banner, aren't we?
Yeah, real wonderful stuff.
Yeah, it's like
Wait, what banner is it again?
yeah, that was actually no joke, but like during maintenance I was like, wait, hold on, what am I actually waiting for? Like what's the banner? All right, so the banner is the War of the Visions collab. So we're getting Mont and NVA Stern.
Mhm.
Yeah, so super exciting stuff. I mean, especially FFBE fans are very much into War of the Visions, right?
Yeah, right. Definitely.
Yeah, I feel like those two games, like even though they're based on the um, same intellectual property, are play like or are catering to two entirely different types of gamers, right?
Yeah, quite possibly. Or just people who are already dealing with one don't really want to deal with the other as well.
That's true too. But I also feel like the mechanics of like where FFB everything is like available to you at once, right? And you get everything, and there is no grind. And the other game is like completely opposite, where all reward comes from heavy grind. And yeah,
Yeah, I
two
guess
different
that's true.
people. It's kind of two different people. One of them are senseless masochists, and the other ones are just idiots. And I'm gonna let the listener figure out which one is which.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny. It's kind of funny calling this a collab. It's like, yes, we are collaborating with ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. And these units don't count as FFB units, I realized in the filter
No,
function.
War of the Visions has its own filter thing, I think, or is it
No,
just a
no, no, it's
blunder?
other. It's other. Yeah, I could, or at least I couldn't find any War of the Visions tag.
It's fair.
Because I was trying to find all my old shitty War of the Visions units to put them in as bonus units, or to try at least find Stern. So speaking of Stern, let's talk about the big man. Actually, when I remember when this banner was first released, there were quite a few people that were actually excited about Stern and as 7 star. Not that he was like amazing, but he was like a cool dark burster, LB burster, and he had a really good STMR.
Yeah, I
Or
remember more excitement for the STMR than the unit, to be honest.
yeah,
But
well, actually, it's still a good STMR. It's just
eh,
or chest is such a contested spot, right? Like it's
yeah, and
really
the
hard to
actual
equip something with low attack on there now.
yeah, yeah, the actual low attack is pretty damaging at this point.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So what did Stern become? So like in his base form, he didn't get jack shit.
No,
He got
they didn't
basically a
really do
Grandis.
anything. Yeah,
Well,
a
well, he
Grandis
probably
that
got the
invokes
like
forms.
he got some static attack and some shit like that.
Yeah,
But
they boosted
like,
his stats up, but he doesn't really have anything good to use it with. Like,
yeah,
I guess,
exactly.
yeah, the 25 universal mod boost he got is multiplied by 4 on one of his cooldowns, but that still makes it, like, less than 200 total, so whatever, it's still crap.
Well, technically, it seems like his mechanics. So let's talk about his mechanics. It seems like his mechanic is that he has an ability that boosts his modifiers really, really high for his dark chaining move, right? And
Yeah,
that's
what
what
we
he
were
can't
talking
use
about,
in base, right?
that's his shift form
Yeah,
stuff.
exactly.
None of that's
Yeah, no, I
enhanced.
mean, I've already went away from the base form. Base form
Oh,
has
okay,
nothing. It's
yeah,
his 7 star form.
yeah.
Like there's nothing to mention. Um,
Even though
but as a
you're
unit,
stuck in it for 4 out of 7 turns.
oh shit! I did
No,
not see it was a trans shift.
only
Oh, so it's
it's
a
only a
trans
3 turn
shift,
shift with 4 turn cooldown.
right?
Wonderful design.
Okay, but what he does get, I guess, is a 500x absolute mirror of equity chain that he can triple cast. Right? That's what he gets after he has used his buff.
Mhm. Which
And
is
is that
still
good?
pretty it's pretty mediocre, to be honest. Like, I mean, Graph mod is like 3,000 and he gets extra attack stuff, so
Yeah. While this is
doing 1,500.
1,500. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's pretty mediocre. Like, if if it was for sustained damage for trials and the shift didn't have the 4-turn cooldown, then sure, it's like, yeah, that would be a decent sustained damage option, but the shift and just content not really needing that
Yeah.
makes it pretty underwhelming.
And I love how his Grandis, he has 2 uses per battle that gives him 200% LB buff for a wait, I need to find the modifier again. For
The
a
shift one is
180x mod.
he has a like counter skill that gives a short duration boost of another 60 to that, so it becomes 240. But
Oh,
like 240 post boost is still not that strong when like
true.
Titus and Squall will have 240 base, a lot more attack, and can boost it up to 300 with Typhus STMR.
Yeah,
Whereas Stern
exactly.
would be 270 max and have
And
much
much,
lower
much lower
stats.
attack, I'm just assuming, because he has like no static or no passive attack income.
Yep. Yeah, there's
Um,
there's like no static options for him.
yeah, yeah. Okay,
So yeah,
well,
not a
so
very useful
forgettable,
NVA.
unfortunately.
Not a very useful NVA.
We are getting him for free, though. We should mention
That's
that.
good. It can be event bonus.
Yeah,
And
and you're getting, I think we're getting everything, like his STMR and the whole shebang. We're
yeah,
getting all of
probably
it.
the usual free package and 75 shards, I think, as well. So
Yeah.
get EX1. It's like,
So,
and his Dark Shift chain is AoE, so it's good for event farming.
oh,
Except I
it
don't
is
even
actually. I
think
did not notice that.
is this event even Mod King format? Because that's the only one it would really help with.
No, it's ticket box format, which is really weird. Like you're
Oh,
getting tickets, but it costs 2,000 or 1,000 tickets for one pull. You know, they could have done just, like one ticket is one pull. Like that could have been a thing,
mm,
but it's
that's
1,000 per pull. So you're getting obscene amounts of these tickets.
I have not had a chance to actually download the update yet.
Ah, yeah, this
At
is how
some point,
exciting the banner is. Okay, Dream hasn't even updated the game. Okay, just putting
I
it out
woke up
there.
like 30 minutes ago and maintenance ended at 2 a.m. So
Ah, okay. You're forgiven. You're forgiven. But still, it's not very exciting. I've actually already finished all of my grind for this event. Like I'm done with all the rewards and I've done all of DV
it's a
except the
one and
hard
done
stages.
event.
Well, I mean, it took a couple of refreshes, but I was watching the new Batman on HBO Max, and I had nothing to do with my hands. I was just
Wonderful.
yeah. I did get one NV out of all the pulls. Like I haven't gotten an NV forever, and I got fucking Summer Physalis, which I would have been happy about, but then I realized I never bought the 20 extra shards.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Oh well. Yeah,
that sucks.
I finally got a couple of EX ticket NVs after a long drought and was like, Rain and Fina, Laswell and Reagan. Wonderful.
Yeah, I know. I really think they really need to do the pull reduction for on banner pulls at least. Like,
Yeah.
because such a power difference between the shittiest and the most powerful
Yeah.
that it's ridiculous.
Like I feel like it's about time we had like 5% NV rate, 2% on banner or something.
That's true too. Like I fully agree. I feel it's just I don't know. Like they need to find a
Yeah.
new way to monetize because the game is slowly losing its luster with so many trash pulls and so low rates. Really.
Mhm.
But this is not a whining podcast. We never whine on this podcast. We try to keep a positive
Never.
outlook. That's our thing, really. Like right. If you had to like say one thing about the podcast, it would be that we're always positive.
Yeah, we're so optimistic and full of
Yes.
life.
Like podcast described with two adjectives is high sexual tension and high optimism for the state of the game, right?
I don't think the first one's an adjective, technically.
Well, none of them actually were adjectives. I don't know. I just don't
Mm,
know like
true.
good words for descriptions, but whatever. It's fine. Okay, let's
Anyway,
talk about the other unit. Like we both need to
yeah,
just like
the
stop
actual
doing this.
MV based.
The actual MV base, yes. So for those that don't know, so this we're getting another Mont. This is King of Leonis Mont, and this is the same thing happened in War of the Visions. So Mont is the protagonist of War of the Visions, like the
He's the
dumbest,
rain.
shittiest protagonist. Yeah, he's the reign of actually he is the reign of what War of the Visions. They're both just equally stupid and naive. They really are. Mont is just stupider and naiver.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is kind of the same thing happened there. So the original Mont is absolute, like it is a free unit in War of the Visions, and this is like NV rarity Mont in War of the Visions, and this is his sprite, and he got released here.
Right.
So is he good, Dream? Like, is this a good
Um,
unit?
he's like passable, I guess. Like he has a physical tank mainly that can do. He has. I think he's the first instance we've seen of Protector +3, which does like 75% physical mit AoE and 50 general AoE,
Which
300
is
death
really
buff. So
nice.
yeah, it's really good. And then with his SLB or even the LB is not much weaker. You can maintain 70 to 75% general AoE and then as well some beast and human mitigation, but those race-based ones are still kind of niche.
Yeah,
So he
I
can
mean,
maintain like good AoE, physical and general mit, and the usual
absolutely.
cover and stuff.
Absolutely. And I should also mention, or we should also mention, that it's actually quite cheap, the LB. It's only at 40 crysts.
Yeah, it's
So
not bad. And the
it,
SLB will be like auto-filling it whenever that's charged as well.
yeah, which is obviously going to be every 3 turns because everyone is going to go for an EX3 of Mont.
Right?
Um, but I just want to complain here. So what the fuck is this kit? It's like 6 abilities in total, but 3 are one used per battle Granduses. So like
So that's a little awkward.
this dude has 3 abilities that he can use. And like he probably just wants to use all 3 of them every turn, right? Like one of
Yeah,
them is the
he has a
classic.
triple cast.
Yeah. And one of them is the classic, provoke and general mit, right? The other one is
Well,
the
actually,
cover.
he has 4 abilities because his protector is in his multicast,
Oh, okay. Well, that's at least something.
as is standard these days.
Right. So it's like it's really a slim kit. Like this unit is gonna like land on the battlefield and you're gonna be repeating what he's doing every turn. Cause like there's really no point in doing anything
Yeah,
else.
but yeah,
I guess something should be said about compression here because if the boss isn't wait, oh no, wait, hey Dream, you know what I'm doing? I was doing this thing where I was pretending tanks were still relevant in the game. Shit, I forgot.
well,
Because I was gonna say it's really nice he has defensive breaks in his kit because then he's really the whole package for a trial that can't be defense or spirit broken.
I mean, maybe that use case doesn't so much exist, but it could be handy if you're using, say, damage dealers that provide their own defense breaks, like I don't know, Esther does with 87, if that's
That's a good
enough.
point. That's a good point.
So
That's a good
like
point. He can
it can
still like be
occasionally
very
fix.
self-sufficient for defense.
Yeah, I think a lot of stuff is attack and magic break immune these days, though,
Yeah,
to be
yeah,
honest. But yeah, like it's passable. I mean, for the grandest, there's all element resists 100% for 1 turn, so and once per
yeah,
battle, so
yeah.
it's
Hey,
like
remember this NVA of this really old unit called Elena? Yeah, doesn't she have like all elements for like 4 turns or something? That's not a Grandis. Ah, yeah, 5 turns. Yeah. Good times, good times. I mean, honestly, all of his Grandises could have just been like cooldowns, like 3 turn cooldowns or something. Actually, all of them. I don't think any of them is super powerful. Perfect
I
dispel,
think
maybe.
I was gonna say the 100% element resist.
Yeah, true. Like since it would be triple cast, you would have like all elements every turn and a strong tank. That would have been pretty broken. Yeah, you're right. But really, like, yeah. Although I guess bulk is fine, right? Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, like this is a really nice tank when you also are taking damage with your party. Like the way people were using Celeste, like they were just bringing her for that huge mitigation on your party. Like Mont has the same vibes or has the same possible niche to him, right? True,
Better
true.
because Mont
That's
does
the
75,
disappointing
75.
part.
Runda does 80 to 85
Yeah, and
and
it's
has
so
a little
weird
bit more
because
utility.
yeah, because like Mont is like I don't even know what they were trying to do. So Mont does have like a sword break, but it's only 20 or sorry, a sword amp, sword imperil, but it's only 20%, and it's on a Grandis. So
Yeah,
I
it's just
I don't get it. Like I just it's a
yeah
weird unit.
for a full price NV base, underwhelming.
Absolutely. Like the only thing Mont can do that Ronda can't is breaks, like or defensive breaks.
Actually, I'm not even sure. Does Runda have those as well? Maybe he only get
Actually, Ronda does.
80% or
Maybe
something.
he does. I don't know. Could be. Could be. We should. We. I'm gonna double check that while
Runda
you
has
talk about the TMR.
80%.
Ah, okay. So a bit worse. A
A
bit
bit
worse. Okay.
Yeah, mod can do it a bit better. I guess the one other thing is he has a lot of innate element resists, like 50 to all elements, 80 to fire and ice, but just gear for it, forehead.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, it's good. It's nice when you really need to get those like weird trials where, like, weird
Yeah,
cow
yeah,
where you need like 400 of one resistance in order to be immune and shit. But
yeah. Like it's not that it's not useful at all. It's just really not enough to make a unit worth pulling for.
yeah, yeah. So listen, while we're shitting on Mont, that is it true? Mont has no warring spirit?
Mm,
Because like Ronda has, which is what I wanted to say.
no, he does. Mon does have that.
Oh yeah, yeah. There, it's this weird. Yeah, I'm looking at the Japanese pages. It was hard, but yeah, I found this weird ability that he does. So he does have it on EX2. On EX2. So just as
The
usual, warring
usual.
spirit is
The
there. Yeah,
usual.
yeah, yeah. So not much more to say. I guess we should talk a bit about the TMR, STMR, and card. I guess.
Yeah.
Um, So Shadow was just before this pod was gonna start, tried to sell the TMR as actually usable. And I mean,
Yeah, it's not bad. It's 75% beast and human killer with a sword. So, I mean, Frivia's STMR does exist as a good sword option. So, like,
yeah.
yeah, it'll see some use probably, but like, yeah, it's
I
just
feel
good
like both
killers.
of these are quite common though as killers, like beasts and humans
Yeah,
already. But sure,
uh,
I mean,
beast isn't super common, but
and 275% killers is still good. Like
yeah,
I'm not gonna deny that. It is good. I just feel like, yeah, but it's really bound to swords, and
yeah,
not that many units have super flexibility when it comes to weapons, because
mm,
usually their weapons are like, you look at the limited units or the
mm,
premiums, usually their weapon is bound to whatever they imperil on
yeah,
their
yeah. Especially like sword doesn't have too great of weapon and peril
I
options.
don't think anyone, like, the strongest is still Elena with 25, right?
Yeah, there's like a fair handful of units that all do 25, but most of them aren't super meta, and
Yeah.
yeah, none stronger than 25.
Frievia should
Whereas others,
have an imperil too, right? I
I
forgot.
think, I think she also might have 25, or even 30. Maybe I'm forgetting
Yeah.
30.
Anyway, I mean, it's decent. Like it's decent, and definitely for Frievia owners, this is more powerful. That's definitely
Yeah,
true.
yeah, yeah. If you don't have Fravia, there isn't amazing sword options anyway. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Duran's STMR with 180
yeah,
attack. Mm.
yeah.
Um. So yeah, how about the accessory though? That seems pretty nice for tanking.
Yeah, it does some a pretty nice bulk of tank accessory. I'm assuming the role restriction, because it's not passed on the wiki, is physical tank.
I'm gonna say yes. It's a very good guess. Like, I'm pretty sure that's exactly what it is.
Seeing as that's Mont's only role. So
Yeah, and his VC has the same restrictions, so
mhm,
yes, like, he's not
yeah,
gonna have a VC that doesn't allow him to use it. So
yeah. So it gives a lot of stats for a physical tank, but often like the accessory slots are also useful for things like evade, element resist, or passive
yeah,
provoke. But that's
yeah.
not so necessary now that dances circlet the thing.
It also does give a Grandis, which gives you a 9K barrier, so that's not bad.
Yeah,
AOE.
it's AoE, so it's okay. But like barriers are something that is like power creeping quite a lot
Yeah,
recently, both with
yeah.
like the morale ones we've been seeing a 15K and some future JP ones, whereas like, yeah, just slap a 50K barrier on a unit.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Uh,
JP is like, it's gonna be an interesting world
yeah,
when we get there. Like that's gonna
with
be interesting.
they are creeping HP a lot lately, even though it's kind of not
But why?
necessary.
Like, is it? Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Like,
there isn't
because
much
I
more.
heard that their trials are still you die and re-raise anyway. So like this HP
Yeah,
doesn't mean
kind of.
shit.
It's like more HP is not the solution that War Machine needed.
Yeah, yeah. I can't wait
But
for
yeah,
these trials to just experience them
interesting.
myself.
I think
So yeah, what about the
Warmick
vision card?
might be running a bit. Warmick might actually be running a bit late at this point. I'm not
Yeah,
either that or it's due like now.
yeah.
So
Maybe like it's
uh,
just delayed due to DV just getting released. So
hopefully we'll start
maybe
seeing.
next week because they did release all DV stages. That's worth mentioning. I think like all
Okay.
DV stages are open today, including the last one. So
Uh,
there's no staggering. So if you're like me and you have you need to do something with your hands while watching TV, well, you're done with DV. Although I'm not fully done. I didn't do the difficult stages, the
oh,
last one.
cool. Okay.
Actually,
And
I should
then
put that out there. Also, we've been like, or a couple of us have been theory crafting because we're gonna do an evoker only run for this DV. Because I can't really try hard anymore. I don't really
yeah,
care. The game is not giving me NVs, so
yeah. And also from what I remember, a lot of your best units currently like Graph are
oh
not
yeah,
LB
exactly.
based, and
That's a
this
good point.
DV
They're
has a
totally screwed.
300% LB field.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, it's 300% LB,
Yeah,
right?
I said that. It's just
Ah, okay. Sorry, I didn't hear. Um, so yeah, my units are totally screwed anyway. So it's like I'll just do what I can with my evokers and have some fun. So yeah. What
I
should
might
more
have
should
to
we
use
mention?
something other than Golden Riser.
Yeah, yeah. That's like somebody said. Oh yeah, it was Sinzar. Somebody, I think Sinzar said that this field thing is one way to kind of try to downplay Riser a bit and not
I
like
mean,
make him.
yeah, the thing is, like, this field was just ported from JP, and JP didn't have the Riser strat, so it's
Oh,
not
okay.
like it was made against him.
No, and I also heard that JP has had these fields for a long time, right?
Oh yeah, mostly they have like an Imperil field, which is what makes their final stages basically element locked. But
Oh, that's what makes them element locked. I did not know.
yeah, they'll have like a 300% Imperil field for one element.
Okay, but we got this LB field, which for some weird reason premieres LB units, which is extra interesting because the last two units released are not LB units. Like, so it's I don't know.
So you
I
can use
honestly
Mont's defense scaling LB and Stern's weird counter boosted mediocre mod LB, right?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I honestly do not know why the LB field is there. If it's like not what Sinzar said, that they just want to kind of make Riser less powerful. And I was saying like, you can make Riser less powerful just by changing some mechanics, or
Well,
something.
he's not even like that overpowered or anything. Like you can't get a top score of DV with him. It just gets a decent one.
Yeah, exactly. I don't even know why you would want to ban that really.
He's
Like,
not an issue.
no, probably not. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean, it just lowered my enjoyment. Like, I was hoping that Roberta was gonna be jumping on this guy's head and that Graf was gonna slap him in the face, but no, because they are gonna do well half of
I
what
mean,
all the LB units are gonna do.
maybe they were just trying to nerf Kane and Graph
Ah, yes, because
on
that was
JP's
definitely
team.
needed.
Yeah, totally. Well, I mean, they were like, "Damn it, we made Graph elementless. He's being used too much. People need to
Yeah.
pull every month."
Yeah. I don't know. It's weird. It's miffing me because like I really I don't like when somebody tells me I can't use my favorite units. So now I'm
We
doing
can
this
never
stupid evoker clear.
we can never truly decrypt the whims of Alum.
We can't. We can't. And what I don't get is this whole like we're gonna make the game less fun for some of you because we hate some of you. It's so weird. Like
Well,
I really hope that next DV is gonna have a field that I don't even know how you would amp non. Well, maybe it has like a 300% LB damage field. Sorry, 300% jump damage field or something.
I don't know if jump damage can be active buffed currently, but
Yeah, maybe not.
yeah,
Like you can't even buff non LB damagers,
no.
so
I think
I
I
don't
think
even.
the best field is no field.
Yeah, I fully agree. Like I fully agree. And honestly, I don't even mind non like having elemental fields in that the bosses get a bit more elemental locked. I don't even mind that. I actually think that's okay. It forces us to build a bit different comps and to use a bit different units instead of falling on the the ones we always use. But
Mm.
but yeah, this LB field is just weird.
Mm.
Anyway, you know what we forgot to talk about? There's only one thing we
Mont's
forgot to
vision
talk
card.
about Mont. Yes, the vision card, which is, I guess,
It does
not
tank
much to talk
stats.
about.
That's it.
Yeah, not much to say, right? Like, this could
Like,
potentially be the best physical card, right? Physical
yeah, I
defense
think
card.
in like total combo of HP and defense, it's technically at the top currently, but like not by a significant margin.
Yeah. Does have guts, so that's nice.
Yeah.
So other than that, the only other thing we got is, well, we already talked a fair bit about DV, but the other thing we got is also another one of those EX battles where you use a party of 4 and you kill it in 5 turns in order to get a mystery crystal and like 3k lapis and stuff. And this
Mhm.
one, I think Dream, you said it really well before we started recording. That this is like the same difficulty tier like Renoa's dinosaur. Like you can just go in and face roll this shit.
Yeah. Not party locked. Will only really take a turn or two for an established player,
Yeah.
as far
And
as I know.
like, I was going in blind and I was like, I'm gonna be a bit serious. I put in my Behemi, I geared him for like 300% dark resist, full evade, and then it turns out like everything is evadable and like your party takes no
Mhm.
damage.
Wonderful.
And while I was just, unlocking Roberta's quadcast, like she did like 20% damage on the boss. I was like, wait, hold on. What's going on? So yeah,
Wonderful.
you don't even have to try. Like I'm sure
No,
this can probably just be OTK'd. Like there's no
accidentally
point.
kill while setting up.
Yeah. So it's perfectly fine. And
Mm.
not much going on this week otherwise, right?
Mhm. Got a distinct lack of Venera buffs, even though she's on the banner again.
Oh, good point. Good point that she's on the banner. I guess like she does have a redeeming feature in that she is a 90% dark support unit, 90% breaker and dark support unit, right?
Yeah, that's well, I mean, she doesn't do much in the way of dark support, but yeah, she's a
Oh, maybe I'm
90%
thinking
tank
wrong.
breaker.
She has a big imperil, but she also has some AoE killers. Is that it?
I
I
don't
seem to
even
remember she
really.
had some
I
type of
don't have
support.
her,
Okay, now
so
we need to talk about her. You brought her up, so now we need to look at
oh shoot.
this. Like, she has something, right?
Um,
Maybe.
maybe
I mean, 90% breaks. That's given. I know she has 90% breaks. That is.
it's
I
90%
am
defense break. Oh, and
right.
attack, but cares about that.
Actually, I
She
was
has
wrong.
like
Like,
a provoke with 5-stack Mirage, I think. That was useful at some point. Maybe?
yeah. No, but she's a very selfish unit. She has no party support actually. Oh no, no, she does. Look, there's a 25% amp in her kit. She does have a dark AoE amp and a
That's
4-stack Mirage on the same ability.
I'm not seeing it. Maybe I'm just blind.
It's in her shift.
Oh right.
Shadow Serpent.
I almost I forgot for a minute that units have shift forms and aren't just all FLBs
It
now.
is easy to forget. Like I'm gonna give you that. It's very easy to forget, but yes, she does have a shift. So
I
she's a
see.
decent like I mean she also on the same dark support level as Bulwark, and she has 90% breaks. So she's a decent unit. Like
Well,
you probably won't
well,
cry if you pull her, and there are some free shards in the box summons if I remember
mm,
correctly.
don't know. But yeah, Bulwark does 30% on demand, so that's a bit better. But
Oh,
like, yeah,
30.
she
Okay.
still has uses, I guess, but she is like still a year old and
Yeah,
doesn't isn't changed.
exactly. But she is on the banner, so like you're probably going to be crying. Well, actually, you're not being because who the fuck is pulling on this banner? Like, you really have to be a diehard War of the Visions fan to pull on this banner because Mont, like you heard what we said, right? Like it's nothing special about the unit, and Venera, like there's no point pulling for her, so nobody's probably pulling on this banner.
Probably very few,
They should have done
I would
something to
imagine.
make it a bit more lucrative to pull, though.
I mean, heck,
I've
if like Venera crowns,
Yeah, maybe next week. Could that happen? That
mm,
like
I kind of doubt it, but feel like
Yeah.
it would have been with the release, but
Yeah,
who
I don't know.
knows?
It's really really strange um, that we're really not getting any strength for these. But yeah, as I said, like both, like if you get a Venera or if you already have a Venera, there are some extra shards in the box summons, so maybe you're at least gonna get her up to some decent level. So that's nice. Um, so good luck to anyone, really. Like I'm not pulling. And then you know what? That's isn't that saying a lot when I'm not pulling on a banner?
Is it though? Yeah, I
I mean,
guess it kind of is.
well, yeah, okay. So sure, I'm spending all my tickets still on the Laguna banner, hoping to actually get an NV on that fucking banner, but that's just not happening. Um,
Mm,
but like, yeah, I have a very hard time being excited about this banner.
Maybe we'll get something nice next week.
What is so next week is not cow yet, so probably not, right? Like in 2 weeks, we'll
Yeah,
get
I think
another morale unit.
yeah. Next week is probably FF1, which has
Oh,
like a
really?
couple of slightly more interesting things.
Oh,
Like I think the new wall was a little bit interesting, and Marilith might be on that same banner, who does some can do some fun things with Vivi, I guess.
okay.
But let's not eat into that too much.
Yeah, yeah. We're gonna have nothing to talk about next week, so
We're also
uh,
expecting some quality of life updates very
oh,
soon that will hopefully not be delayed.
yeah. Let's not hope for too much, right?
Yeah, hoping for basic, like, things we should have to be on time, that's too much.
Yeah, I do feel so.
Ah, dear.
Hmm. I'm not in the best of moods, Like I
Yeah,
really feel
here's
this is.
hoping.
Yeah. Here's hoping. Here's hoping
Maybe
indeed.
I'll
Like I'm actually, you know
push
what?
them
I
all
know
back
I'm gonna
to
feel better
anniversary.
when I actually do my evoker run. I know that's gonna make me actually feel a bit better.
Well, hope it goes well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Also,
All right.
yeah, I can confirm from earlier that Warmech is late now. It was supposed to be alongside Squall and
Oh,
Renoa. Oh wait,
really?
no, alongside Laguna. So
Oh,
it was
alongside.
supposed to
So
be
so he was
like
supposed to be
last
this
week.
week. Okay.
Last week, yeah.
Ah. Okay.
But I guess
Okay.
it's delayed slightly.
Yeah. Let's see. It's gonna be interesting to see what banners we are getting now as they're
Mm,
slowly coming around. And I'm still excited. Like as always, I'm excited for 2 weeks from now when the new morale unit comes out. Not that I'm gonna
yeah.
fucking pull it because this game is really kicking me in the nuts lately with pulls. I heard you have like similar luck.
Yeah, I have not had any lucky breaks in quite some time.
Yeah. I feel like game did give me two Robertas, so I'm still very happy
Mm,
about that. But I also feel like that was very long time ago, like very long time ago, or maybe that's just how it feels.
yeah. I mean, even my Roberta pulls were very average.
Yeah, and I mean technically Roberta was 2 months ago, right? Because previous cow was
Yeah.
Fraevia,
Well,
right?
a month,
So
month and a half, month and a
yeah,
half.
yeah, exactly. I really, you know what? For your and my sake, I really hope our luck changes a bit and we actually get to pull some fun units that make us excited about the game again.
Let's hope so.
Yeah. All right, I guess thanks everyone for
Well,
chilling, right?
we've rambled enough for this week.
Yeah, it's like I do not believe we could do like 36 minutes off of this banner like that. We should get an award for this.
Oh dear.
Yeah. All right, thanks everyone.
Okay. See ya.